and then there were two. We are down to the final two movies in our MCU rewatch. That's right. Over the whole year, we've been watching the MCU over at Savvy Geeks, and I'm so excited to be getting to the end. I love all these films in different ways, at different levels, different reasons, but I've loved all of them. I'm just happy to be getting towards the end because it's a lot. It's a lot of movies to watch. And the truth is, the impressive thing is, most of them have been very successful. There's only been one, and it's the one we're here to talk about today, that has truly bombed. And I mean, like, it is the worst, by far, box office run of any MCU movie. That movie is The Marvels, which is what we're here to talk about today. I'm Mark Savvy of Savvy Geek. So excited to talk to you about The Marvels. That's right. I am excited to talk to you about The Marvels. I can't believe it did so poorly. The budget of it was $374 million, but I believe they got a tax credit in the UK for filming there. Please let me know in the comments if that's the case and how much it was. The box office, though, was absolutely horrid. $206 million at the box office. That's wild. I can't believe how bad it did. I have this little excerpt from Wikipedia. Puck News reported that the film needed to earn around $700 million to become profitable. Wow, that's a big number they had to catch. Deadline Hollywood calculated the net losses of the film to be $237 million. That's really bad. The crazy thing for me, personally, I liked it way better than Captain Marvel. Way better. And Captain Marvel absolutely crushed it at the box office. They did over $1 billion. Over $1 billion. Granted, the budget for that film was way less at $175 million. I can't for the life of me figure out why this movie did so much worse. Maybe it had something to do with people are starting to lose faith in the MCU. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that a lot of people didn't really feel like seeing Miss Marvel. I don't know. But as a female-led superhero team-up film, I thought it was incredible. The three core characters were Monica Rambeau, who most of you know from WandaVision. You have Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel. By the way, Iman Vellani is from Markham, so shout out to her. She's awesome. So you had her. You'd have to watch from Miss Marvel, as I said. And then you had Captain Marvel, which you know her from the previous movie. All those characters absolutely crushed it in this film. And I really thought that we got to see a lot more personality out of Captain Marvel. So she was great. Photon was a really good emotional Photon. She wasn't called Photon yet. Monica Rambeau was one of my favorite characters introduced in this Disney Plus TV show era. She was the emotional heartbeat of the film. I didn't need you to be Captain Marvel. I need you to be my Aunt Carol. Like, that was incredible. So good. And then you have Iman Vellani, who, and I'm not sugarcoating it when I say this, Iman Vellani in the MCU is more passionate than any other person introduced in this new phase of shows/movies. They're all passionate. They all love it. But this girl did a comic for Miss Marvel. Can you name any other people that have done that in DC or Marvel? No. She loved the character. She's so hyped to be in this universe. She's also arguing with Kevin Feige about what Earth's the MCU takes place in. Like, she's passionate about the role, and like, she's not even acting. Like, her character in the movie was all hyped and excited to be in that universe and interacting with her idols. Iman Vellani is the same thing. You could totally sense her enthusiasm for the character, and it shows. I didn't really feel anything for the villain. Like, I don't know, who cares? I didn't. My wife watched the film with me just now when I rewatched it for the first time. She really liked The Singing Planet. I didn't really care for it, but she loves musicals. I don't. I haven't seen Wicked, people. I'm sorry, I haven't seen Wicked. I'll see it one day just to make her happy. One day. I'll see it when she gets mad at me for something. I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, let's go see Wicked. And then she'll stop being mad. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, the villain wasn't too great. I like the characters themselves, and I thought the acting was pretty good. But the villain is such an important linchpin in these movies, and although I love the acting of the villain, I forget her name. I know she's married to Tom Hiddleston, but I forget her name. I apologize. She did a really good job acting the role, but I just didn't feel the character. And I felt at the end she kind of just died out of nowhere. Like it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna disappear. Didn't really care for it. I thought it was so cool how Monica Rambeau ended up in the Fox universe. That was sick. I just don't know where. I try not to think about too much about how this leads into other things because I don't really think the MCU is too cohesive right now. So I'm just gonna not focus on what that could mean in the future. I want to focus on this film. I thought Nick Fury was a little funnier than we are used to seeing him, and I don't know if I like it, but I got some laughs out of it. Again, Carol Danvers, Brie Larson was at her best. This was her best ever appearance as Captain Marvel. Like she absolutely nailed the role. And because I don't know, maybe people like this serious, stoic superhero. I like my superheroes to be funny, to be able to make jokes. I like them to have personality, and she definitely had that in spades. This film, the action scenes were epic. The visuals, their powers are so cinematic and beautiful. The light powers that they have, and how they interchange between each other when they were switching. That was a really cool action sequences. The Marvels as a whole had so many positives, so many good things about it, but none of them were absolutely exceptional. Like in a way that I felt they could vault them ahead of some of the other movies that I like. For example, Eternals might not have got the best reviews, but what they did, well, they did beautifully. So like what I mean is the negatives of the film were kind of pushed aside a bit by the positives. Like the things they did well were that much better than the things they did poorly. And then you have the top movies in the MCU, like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 we covered last week. They had really no weak points. So that's just me trying to put in your head why I have the Marvels as low as I have it. Definitely better than Captain Marvel. Definitely better than Love and Thunder. But those are the only films that I can say I like that I like the Marvels definitively more than. Which is why I have it at 32. I have it at 31 in our MCU power rankings. That's right. It's low, but I did really like it. So much better than Captain Marvel. So much better. I know people are going to think the opposite. Like, look how shit the box office is. I still can't believe it did that bad. I'm blown away by how poor. There's got to be some shit behind that. I don't know what the hell's going on. I got to do some research of why it did so poorly. But like, yeah, it needed $700 million to make its money back. I don't know if Hollywood Reporter is accurate there, but if that's the case, like they were doomed from the start. Because I see this as like a solid $500 million movie. Like it's a good time. It's not gonna crush it, but it's gonna do good enough. The budget was too high for this film, unfortunately. I don't know how they gotta bring these budgets down. Quantumania's budget and the Marvel's budget, absolutely ridiculous. They have to figure that out. Hey. But guess what? Let's switch gears for a second. We are down to the last movie in our MCU rewatch. I know, I should trademark that. One movie left after this. And the movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. Something I've been waiting, it feels like my whole life for. I was so excited for that film. And I'm so excited to watch it again. That episode is going to come out on New Year's Day, January 1st. And it's going to kick off. It's going to be the finale, I guess you should say, to season 4 of Savvy Geeks. It's been such a great year, and I'm going to have so much amazing positive things to say about everybody that is supporting me, but we'll save that for the finale episode. Tune in tomorrow, 2 days, I guess, for that episode. So excited to talk Deadpool Wolverine, and so excited to share my love and appreciation to you all in our next episode of Savvy Geeks. I'm your host, Mark Savvy, and I'll see you then.